The South African Constitution, Chapter 2, Bill of Rights, Section 24 states that everyone has the right to an environment that is not harmful to their health or well-being, and to have the environment protected for the benefit of present and future generations through reasonable legislative and other measures that prevent pollution and ecological degradation, promote conservation, and secure ecologically sustainable development and use of natural resources while promoting justifiable economic and social development. The journey began 20 years ago. Do you know that 1 liter of used oil can contaminate 1 million liters of water? The main source of used oil comes from vehicles, of which South Africa has over 10 million. Approximately 300 million liters of lubricating oil is sold annually in the South African market for use in vehicles, rail transport, construction, mining and various other industrial applications. These damage the environment in several ways. It tends to accumulate in soil and water as toxic compounds and harmful metallic dust particles. When used oil enters a waterway, it biodegrades very slowly as it hampers oxygen access to the microorganisms that could break it down. The best method of dealing with it, according to environmentalists, is to recycle it. When the political landscape in South Africa changed in 1994, the 8 primary manufacturers and marketers of lubricating oils in South Africa decided to take responsibility for their used oil generated by their customers. The Rose Foundation was established in April 1994 as a non-profit company. Rose members have voluntarily engaged in ensuring a standard producer responsibility for its products sold to market. The model is lauded globally for its self-regulation. The model used in South Africa promotes free enterprise and incentivizes used oil collections rather than subsidizing operations. It operates free of any government legislation and is lauded for its self-regulation by the lubricants industry in South Africa. It is the only global model without legislation in a developing economy which promotes environmental compliance of a hazardous waste stream. The Waste Act seeks to encourage the prevention and minimization of waste generation, whilst promoting reuse and recycling of the waste, and only considers disposal of waste as a last resort. Rose is managed by a CEO and a board of 7 directors from the member companies elected at the annual general meeting, at which both operational and strategic objectives are discussed and measured. Rose has influenced the collection and recycling of more than 1.5 billion liters of used oil in the last 20 years. In November 2005, Rose facilitated the formation of the National Oil Recycling Association of South Africa, NORA SA, representing the majority of the collectors and recyclers in South Africa. Some of its objectives include encouraging and promoting the recycling of used oil throughout South Africa, ensuring a sustainable, environmentally responsible, viable and well-organized industry. Rose incentivizes the collection and recycling of used oils. Collectors are paid 10 cents per litre to ensure safe disposal through ISO 14001 certified NORA SA members. Regular environmental audits are conducted to ensure environmental compliance and continuous improvement. Various bulking facilities have been established around the country where smaller collectors can deliver their oil to before it is transported to the recycling facilities in the main centers. Regular stock measurements are done to ensure that product loss is kept to a minimum. Used lubricating oil is unpleasant stuff, a bit of a witch's brew of degraded hydrocarbons such as benzene, xylene, toluene, heavy metals and spent chemical additives, containing many environmentally harmful components such as polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, some of which are carcinogenic. Several treatment and disposal processes are available for used lubricating oil, ranging from kiln combustion, used in explosives, to re-refining back to base oils. However, each process has environmental impacts. On delivery, used oil is also measured for water content before it is pumped into holding tanks. Collectors are then paid for dry volume delivered to their respective facilities. NORA SA processors operate to very stringent environmental standards and legislation. All facilities are ISO 14001 certified and annually audited by the Rose Foundation to ensure compliance is met. Many small businesses, sole owners, across the rainbow spectrum sustain a living from collecting used oil. NORA SA assists collectors with training, safety clothing, compliance audits and collection equipment. The Nora SA mission is to promote the role of the South African used oil industry in the collection, storage, refining, recycling and utilization of used lubricating oil in a sustainable, ethical, environmentally compliant and responsible manner. Nora SA has its own board of directors elected from its membership and conducts its affairs as individual businesses, from micro businesses to medium to large operations. Automotive waste, located on the FFS Refiners Chlorkop plant, is the biggest collector and disposer of used oil filters in the Gauteng region.
I'm Adon van der Merwe of Automotive Waste Management.
The project has also created employment for some.
I've been a Nora SA member for the past 7 years, and our core function of our company is collection of used oil in Gauteng province, and we also service a couple of neighbouring provinces. As a value add to our customers, we also do the safe disposal of oil filters, which is class hazardous waste, and ensure legal safe disposal and recycling of those filters. I serve as the chairman of North East Region in Gauteng on the Exco committee. As Nora SA's goal is environmentally correct disposal of used oil, Nora SA updates their members continuously on ever-changing environmental legislation and ensure by teaching our members that we are compliant.
In addition, a project to collect empty oil cans and bottles was initiated with Collect-A-Can in the main metros of Cape Town, Durban, Johannesburg and Pretoria. A service is provided to garage owners in these metros to dispose of the empty packaging responsibly instead of dumping it at landfill sites. Remember, a can only weighs about 50 grams. In excess of 1,400 tons has been deviated from landfill and recycled since the start of the project in 2004. Another initiative facilitated by the Rose Foundation was the formation of SAICRA, the South African Industrial Container Reconditioners Association. Rose, in its mission to extend its influence over oil-related waste in ensuring extended producer responsibility, engaged with the drum reconditioning industry, trying to reduce the environmental degradation where oil was concerned. In January 2012, the new drum manufacturers and responsible drum reconditioners came together and formed SAICRA, a body that is self-funded by contributing on each new drum manufactured and reconditioned. There are many reconditioning plants dotted around South Africa, providing a much-needed service to the oil and chemical industries. SAICRA have also signed a memorandum of understanding with the chemical industry and the paint manufacturers, as most of their members sell their products in drums, which when empty are reconditioned by these very plants. Rose's mission of promoting and encouraging environmentally responsible management of used lubricating oils and related waste in South Africa is evident in the creation of stable and sustainable partnerships with all stakeholders.
My name is Tom Ngweni of Mandlesilo Transport. I've been a member of Nora SA for 5 years. We are many small businesses from disadvantaged communities. I would like to make an appeal to the generators and businesses to support our initiative, and would also like to make an appeal to the government to support us as we are developing, to fund us as we are putting a great input in the conservation of the environment in this country.
Rose also runs a bursary program with Asset in Cape Town for learners who want to pursue a career in environmental management. The program started in 2005. To date, 18 learners have benefited. 8 of them have already qualified and are employed in different sectors in South Africa. Our own Lihle Mqhayi, who is the Rose Environmental Advisor, was a recipient of this program.
They say the next world war won't be fought over political ideologies or social injustices. It won't be fought over race, religion, oil or conflicting viewpoints.
Fall back!
The next world war will be fought over something you take for granted every day. Fresh water resources are being threatened. Some by used motor oil. Just 1 litre of used motor oil can contaminate 1 million litres of fresh water. So recycle your used oil. For more information, call the Rose Foundation on 0860 66 72 72.
Do not dump oil. You could be drinking it tomorrow. So recycle. It is easier than you think.
Today's event is a milestone in Rose's history.
I've been at the helm now for more than 11 years and I am proud to be part of this journey. Rose has evolved from engaging with one collector to incentivizing and influencing a host of small businesses in the used oil industry, reflecting the demographics of our rainbow nation. The model is lauded globally for taking responsibility for its waste streams. Environmental legislation in South Africa has become very onerous and at times difficult to implement. The Rose model has recognized this and has kept abreast in managing such challenges. The model is dynamic, is reviewed every 2 years and revised to satisfy market conditions in the used oil industry. Rose will always endeavour to promote and support small business to ensure their ongoing growth, profitability and long-term sustainability when managing waste streams for its membership. The future driver would be to get all members' customers who are generators of used oil to ensure safe and legally compliant disposal. It would be impudent of me not to acknowledge the contributing members without whose support Rose would not have been able to achieve its objectives. The ongoing support of NORA SA, SAICRA and all our other partner organizations and service providers is highly valued and greatly appreciated.
And so, the journey continues.